did you learn what your innocent child was truly capable of? My first time picking my stepdaughter Violet up from school, I arrived 15 minutes early, but Principal Davidson was already waiting for me. There was a serious incident with Violet during state testing today. My stomach dropped thinking something happened to her. Violet deliberately triggered Ms. Baring's epileptic seizure. She used a strobe light app on her face. EMTs just cleared Ms. Baring, but she's demanding expulsion. My brain short-circuited. This made no sense. Even I knew about Ms. Baring's photosensitive epilepsy. She'd made it her whole personality. While walking to the office, Ms. Baring herself intercepted us in the hallway, her husband supporting her arm. Your daughter tried to murder me. 20 students watched her flash that light. We're pressing charges. Her husband held medical papers like evidence. His jaw clenched. My hands trembled. Violet had never hurt anyone. She once cried over stepping on an ant. Just last week, she'd made me pull over to save a worm from the sidewalk. Through the office glass, I saw her in that massive leather chair. Her special needs lanyard twisted, but her face had this look that told me there was something the teachers weren't saying. We walked in, and Davidson started speaking, but Ms. Baring exploded over him. This manipulative monster planned this. She's disturbed, violent. You locked me in a box, Violet said, loud and clear. Dead silence. What? I turned to Ms. Baring. Her face had gone white. The calm down corner is... Baring started. It's not a corner. Violet interrupted her and stood on the chair. It's a refrigerator box. A cardboard box that a fridge comes in. She makes me crawl inside during every single test. Then she tapes it shut with duct tape. Not just the top, but around and around the whole box so I can't push out anywhere. Then she drags it into the supply closet and locks the door. Her husband's grip on Ms. Baring's arm loosened. What's she talking about? I can't breathe through the tiny air hole she left in the box, Violet continued. I scream and scream, but she tells the class I'm having a tantrum and to ignore it. Sometimes I wet myself because she won't let me out for bathroom breaks. Then I have to sit in it. Ms. Baring's voice shrank. That's not true. I call Sarah from my class, Violet said. She's in after school. Ask her. Davidson looked like he didn't want to. That's when I leaned forward. I'm a lawyer. Call the girl or we're all sitting here filing paperwork until midnight. 5 minutes later, Sarah entered, saw Ms. Baring, and pressed herself against the wall in terror. Can you please tell us about the boxes? I said gently. Sarah looked at Ms. Baring in fear, then back at me. There's a refrigerator box for Violet, dishwasher box for Joseph. Chris had one too. You can go, Davidson said right after. Sarah just fled. Ms. Baring's husband stepped away from her. You trap kids in boxes! Joseph was in his box 23 minutes this morning. Violet's voice got louder. 9:15 to 9:38. I watch the clock every second. He has this thing called claustrophobia. Small places scare him. He said it in class. But you got the smaller dishwasher box. You folded his legs up against his chest to fit him in the box. Jesus Christ, her husband muttered. He screamed, I can't breathe, over and over. Then he threw up. It had nowhere to go in that tiny space. He was choking on it. He peed himself. The smell came through my air hole. Other kids were crying, listening to him. He went completely quiet after 15 minutes. Ms. Baring backed against the wall. Behavioral modifications were approved. I thought he was dying, Violet said. When Joseph went silent, that's when I did it. You told us one day camera flashes trigger your seizures. So I ran to you and used the app on my phone in your face. Over and over. I did it until you couldn't hurt Joseph anymore. Where's Joseph? I asked. Hospital. Violet stared at Ms. Baring. The janitor heard me screaming that Joseph was dead. He cut him out with a box cutter. His lips were blue. His nose had vomit in it. Ms. Baring slid down the wall. Her husband backed toward the door, face twisted with disgust. You've been torturing children? Chris last year moved schools after you kept him in a box for 3 hours, Violet continued. His parents thought he was lying. Dexter, too. Lacey doesn't speak anymore. Sarah's sister Emily is in mental hospital. You're sick, Ms. Baring's husband told her. You're actually sick. He turned to me. Can we file charges against her for this? Surely we can write. Mrs. Baring was crying now. But the class average test scores got me higher bonuses. Bonuses! Her husband's scream cut her off. You think money is worth torturing kids? We own 8 cars. What more do you need? Davidson stood abruptly. I need to check that closet. The second he left, Ms. Baring literally crawled forward on her knees. Please, I'll drop charges. I'll resign. Her husband grabbed his coat. Don't come home. I'm going to my buddy's place. The door slammed. Ms. Baring continued to sob, but I didn't even respond because this horrible realization washed over me. Violet, I turned to her. You told me your mom knows everything that happens in your school. Her eyes went wide. Does mom know about what Ms. Baring was doing? Violet's eyes immediately started watering, almost as if I just found out something I wasn't supposed to. Full story on